wonderful people. My name is Tiara and I'm so glad to have you here. In this video, I will give you a few life lessons from the movie Girls Trip, starring Regina Hall as Ryan, Queen Latifah as Sasha, Tiffany Haddish as Dina, and Jada Pinkett Smith as Lisa. For those who forgot or just didn't see it, here's a quick synopsis. In Girls Trip, four lifelong friends who've fallen away over the years get together for a girls' trip at Essence Fest. Will they have the time of their life, or will their undealt with issues bubble up and cause irrevocable damage? There's a lot to unpack, so let's get into it. Life lesson number 1. A cheating man will embarrass you every single time. Ryan suffers embarrassment due to Stuart's cheating ways over and over again. She's embarrassed when her friends find out, when Dina confronts him in the hotel lobby, and when she and her friends are forced to stay at a trashy motel due to that confrontation. She's embarrassed when Simone volunteers to be an audience participant during their cooking segment just to taunt her. When the pictures of her husband and Simone are released publicly, and let's not overlook that club scene or the side baby. I don't know if there's anything more embarrassing to a woman who wants children but can't have them than her partner getting another woman pregnant. For him to do so is to poke at and confirm every insecurity she has around her inability to get pregnant. Now, I'm not here to tell anyone to leave their partner or spouse, but if you're going to stay with a cheating man, don't be surprised if you experience some embarrassment due to his inability to be faithful. Just so we're clear, I'm referring to a serial cheater. Stuart's relationship with Simone did not just start, and this is not his first affair. Ryan ultimately agreed to stay with him to keep up appearances, but through the private moments between Ryan and Stuart, it becomes very clear that he has no intentions of changing. A man like Stuart will embarrass you with his cheating ways every time because he has no intention or desire to be faithful. And he doesn't have the necessary discipline to ensure that whatever lines y'all agreed to never cross stay intact. This type of man wants to be married and single all at the same time. As long as he knows you're not going anywhere, he will fail to consider you because he's not afraid of jeopardizing his marriage. He may apologize for whatever hurt or embarrassment he causes, but don't be surprised if it happens over and over again. Life lesson number 2. We must reevaluate what it means to have it all. Ryan and Stuart were college sweethearts. They appear to be happy living this beautiful life. But we soon find out that he's a serial cheater. When she confronts him about his latest potential scandal, he convinces her to stick it out. Tells her that they could be that couple that has it all. She tells him no more slip-ups. But she doesn't even look him in the eye when she says it because she knows he's going to slip up again. And she knows this is stupid. She even said so. She's aware of how dumb and degrading it is for her to stay in this relationship pretending to be partners, pretending to be happy. Yet she looks at him and says, stick to the plan. Get that hoe under control and let's make this deal. Which lets you know that she knows that this woman ain't going anywhere. That she has to coexist with this woman, and the most she could ever hope for out of her relationship is to coexist with a side chick who knows her place. Ultimately, Ryan is miserable in her marriage and desperately holding it together with smiles and lies. Throughout the movie, it becomes evident that she believed her husband when he said, Ryan without Stuart does not have it all. She believes it so much so that she's willing to do the whole stand by my man thing and pretend that it's a one-time incident. This sort of a thing happens easily when you value marriage or the idea and image of marriage over happiness and peace of mind. Unfortunately, many women will stay in terrible marriages or situations that crush their self-worth as if the alternative is unfathomable. We must reevaluate what it means to have it all. As women, the concept of having it all often means marriage, children, career, wealth, or financial stability while looking good doing it. Think Claire Huxtable or Michelle Obama. We're all supposed to be striving for this, or we're sad if we don't have it. We're supposed to feel incomplete if we only have some of them, and feel like we're doing life wrong if we have none of them. And at the top of this heap of accomplishments or expectations is marriage and children, usually in that order. For those who think this way, marriage is the ultimate goal, and the children who are the result of the union complete the picture. But marriage, as life's greatest accomplishment, may have you in a chokehold of misery, trying to create an image that doesn't even feel true to you or your circumstances. I get it, it's a pretty picture. But we must be willing to give up on ill fitted ideas and images so that we can experience the wonderful life that's waiting on us. I know it's easier said than done, but there is nothing like waking up one day realizing that you've wasted your time being miserable when you could have been getting more joy out of life. Comment below. What does having it all mean to you? Life lesson number 3. Y'all gonna learn to stop listening to these so-called relationship gurus. During an argument with Stewart, Ryan says this isn't a marriage, but we at least agreed to be partners. But you can't hold up your end of the bargain. This goes against everything I tell my readers. Ryan's life, or more specifically her marriage, is a mess and a sham, yet she's selling this pretty picture and version of perfection. She is being diminished in her marriage, yet she's telling her readers that she has it all and they can too. When she's forced to face the truth of her marriage, she says, I give people hope and I have no choice, as if the pretty lie is somehow more encouraging than the truth could ever be. I get it. Everyone wants a version of love. Everyone wants to find their people or person who really truly gets them. Most of us like to see images that reaffirm that such things are possible, even if we are not yet experiencing them. But it isn't helpful to anyone for you to sell these beautiful images and ideas, claiming it to be real and for the people, knowing good and well that none of it is true. Because when the truth comes out, as it often does, the pretty image is shattered, and so is whatever hope that it supposedly gave. For many people, all that's left behind is an even stronger belief that real, romantic, happy relationships are not possible. You got to be careful about listening to these so-called relationship gurus, because people like Ryan and Stewart get so good at selling you pretty images and ideas that you sometimes will forget that you don't even know these people and you're not getting the whole picture or story. Relationship gurus, from those pushed up by their readers and listeners to social media personalities with mics, give out so much advice that does not stand up to interrogation, does not apply to most people, and or is not reflective of their own lives. Honestly, I believe all relationship advice should be taken with a grain of salt, because relationships are very specific to the people in them. I'm not saying that every relationship guru is lying, but few people are truly forthcoming and honest with the details of their marriage or relationship, because it's easier said than done, and it's not our business. Think about all the supposedly happy married couples whose relationships could not survive reality TV. And reality TV ain't even that real. At best, the average relationship guru is telling you what works for them. And at worst, they're telling you things they think you want to hear or things that make them sound cool. Realistically, most people stay together for a long time because they found something that works for them, someone who matches them, or simply do not find it beneficial to separate. So, presuming that they have the key to what will make your marriage, relationship, or life in general work, may be asking for too much. Now, I know someone's watching this asking, did you like this movie? On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I would give it 2.7 stars. For this movie to be titled Girls Trip, it spends more time on Ryan's marriage and career than it ever does on the friendship between these 4 women. Sasha, Dina, and Lisa are all underdeveloped characters. It does not spend enough time with them individually or the group as a whole. It is almost as if this movie is saying these women had a great friendship and bond until this seemingly great guy came in and busted up the party. Especially since their girls' trip is constantly being interrupted by Stewart's infidelity. Since it never puts any real work into resolving their old issues or strengthening the bond between these women, I'm not sure that their relationship is sustainable. Honestly, This movie could be summed up to hijinks between used to be friends, the acceptance of the end of a marriage, and a cute kumbaya ending scene. All things considered, it's a relatively entertaining ride if you don't think too deeply about it. Now it's your turn. Don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the bell, and or tell me your thoughts down in the comments. Did you like it? Did you learn anything? Or was it just a good time?